Good morning, class. This is Ishita ma'am, again back with the teaching learning video for class 9 English. I guess you are all well at home and doing all the works which are being given to you. So today I'll be completing the last part of The Lost Child. I guess you know that I have been doing this chapter for the last 2 days and I'll be completing it by today. The explanation part of it. So let me just recapitulate the part of the text which I had done the last day. So there we knew that the child who has been lost from his parents, and the moment he realized that he has been lost, he somehow went here and there. He moved through the different parts of the fair, even to the shrine, to find where his parents are. But he could get his parents nowhere. So suddenly there was an unknown stranger who came up to help him. And just at the entrance of the shrine, when the boy was knocked down and quite about to be stumped by different people, the man in the surging crowd, he stooped with great difficulty and lifted the boy in his arms. So the child was asked that how did you get here, child? Whose baby are you? The man asked as he steered clear of the mass. The child wept more bitterly than ever now and only cried, I want my mother, I want my father. So whatever the questions that were asked by the stranger, the boy's reply was with a bitter cry, and he only wanted his mother and he only wanted his father. So I have explained this part. Now I'll be moving to the last para of page 4 of your book. Okay, from here we'll be starting today and I'll be winding up the explanation of the chapter by today itself. So let's just start. The man tried to soothe him by taking him to the roundabout. Will you have a ride on the horse? He gently asked as he approached the ring. The child's throat tore into 1,000 shrill sobs, and he only shouted, I want my mother, I want my father. So what happened here? So, see, we knew that it was the roundabout in front of which the boy was standing, and he somehow wanted to have a ride in the roundabout. And he turned and he found his parents to be missing. So here the man hold the child in his hand and somehow tried to soothe him by taking him to that very roundabout. And he just asked that, will you have a ride on the horse, child? And the child's throat, it cried more bitterly, as if it tore into 1,000 shrill sobs, and he only shouted, saying that I want my mother, I want my father. Okay? The man headed towards the place where the snake charmer still played on the flute to the swaying cobra. Listen to that nice music, child, he pleaded. But the child shut his ears with his fingers and shouted his double-pitched strain, I want my mother, I want my father. The man took him near the balloons, thinking the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. So what happened? That after the roundabout, the boy was taken in front of the snake charmer so that the child could hear the music and his attention could be bifurcated. But then the child shut his ears with his fingers and shouted even more with a double pitched strain, saying that I want my mother, I want my father. The man took him near the balloons, thinking that the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. Would you like a rainbow-colored balloon? He persuasively asked. The child turned his eyes from the flying balloons and just sobbed, I want my mother, I want my father. So see, here again the man took the child in front of the balloon seller and thinking about that the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention. But still, the child went on sobbing for the same thing, that he wanted his father and he wanted his mother. So the man, still trying to make the child happy, bore him to the gate where the flower seller sat. Look, can you smell those nice flowers, child? Would you like a garland to put round your neck? The child again turned his nose away from the basket and reiterated his sob. I want my mother, I want my father. Reiterated means repeating something again and again. And thinking to humor his disconsolate charge by a gift of sweets, the man took him to the counter of the sweet shop. What sweets would you like, child? He asked. The child turned his face from the sweet shop and only sobbed, I want my mother, I want my father. So again he was taken to the sweetmeat shop and he was asked that which sweet do you want? But he only cried, saying that I want my father, I want my mother. So here the chapter ends. As you know, that it's the essence of the short story that it has got an open ending. The readers here get a chance to think according to their own wish at times. The readers at times can interpret the ending, making it according to their own perspective. So before I go into the detail of it, let me just say and explain the part. So there you see one thing, that whatever the things just after entering the fair, first the sweetmeat shop, and then the garland seller, and then the snake charmer, then the balloon seller, and then the roundabout. These all were the things which had fascinated the boy. But, and he wanted those things as well. And he knew, and he was quite annoyed with the fact, or rather he was not very happy with the fact that his parents are not going to buy those things for him. But the moment the parents were not there, everything seemed to be quite pale, all very colorless. And then, when he realized that the parents were not there, he could only understand that the parents are the most essential, most valuable things in one's life. The stranger came up to soothe the child, and he went back to those very shops which or the things which he had wanted. First, he went to the roundabout, and then in front of the snake charmer, then to the balloon seller, but everywhere, even those things which the child has wanted some few minutes back, but after the parents are not there, the child did not like to have those things. So, when a bundle of all those things are kept on one side and your parents are kept on the other side, of course, it is the parent whom we will all choose. It will be our father, our mother who will be the most important things for us. And it is the same thing for the lost child as well. On my first day of explanation of this chapter, I told you that the child is unnamed in the chapter so that it can be related with anyone out of any time period of any place. So Mulkraj Anand deliberately had kept the child unnamed so that his emotions can be all very relative. So here also at the ending, Mulkraj Anand gives us an open ending to think of the fact that the child is there, or you can think of the fact that whether the child got his parents back or not. So that very confusion still remains here. Okay, but then his point of importance is not that whether the parents got back the child or whether the child got the parents back. But he wanted to show or emphasize on the fact that one must realize the importance of parents in one's life. How will be one's life when we don't have the shed or the hand of the parents right there with us? Okay, class? So here I end up the explanation of the chapter. I'll be providing you with the word meanings also and the discussions of different important questions here. So, if you have any problem, please do write in the comment section and try to find out the meanings yourself as well. Okay? Try to think of any more approach to this chapter, or if you think of anything like that, please make a thing, write in a note, and then keep it as a record so when the class opens up, we can all discuss in the class as well. Okay? So I'll be ending up the video now, and then please follow the school website and all the notifications that are being given there. And of course, follow the YouTube channel to get the further classes video. Okay? So thank you and have a nice day.